March 21st is World Down Syndrome Day. This is a day we get to celebrate those in our lives that are different than us. Down syndrome, also called trisomy 21, is not a disease or an illness. You can't catch it like a cold or a flu. It is a genetic condition that causes delays in physical and intellectual development. It occurs in 1 in every 700 live births. Individuals with Down syndrome have 47 chromosomes instead of the usual 46. It is the most frequently occurring chromosomal disorder. Down syndrome is not related to race, nationality, religion, or socioeconomic status. Down syndrome is not caused by something the parents did. The most important fact to know about individuals with Down syndrome is they are more like others than they are different. People with Down syndrome can understand and do things just like you. Some can have a hard time talking, writing, coloring, or riding their bike. Some can play instruments and play on your sports team. They like to hang out with friends, go to birthday parties, and be included in the classroom and in the community. Down syndrome, like any other diagnosis, is not a burden, an affliction, a disease or problem, or an error. Many people with Down syndrome will grow up to go to university, attend work, run their own businesses, participate in decisions that affect them, have meaningful relationships, and contribute to society. They lead ordinary lives filled with extraordinary moments. You may have heard of Joey Moss. Joey grew up here in Mill Woods. He worked for the Oilers and Edmonton Elks for decades as a locker room attendant. Joey was with both teams longer than most players. He is a valued member of our community and now has a school named after him. Another inspiring young adult to watch is Chris Nickett. He is the first person with Down syndrome to complete an Ironman. He was honored with the Jimmy V Award for Perseverance at the ESPYS on July 10, 2021. This award is given to a person in the sporting world who has overcome great obstacles through perseverance and determination. This is Angela Bachelet. In 2013, she became Spain's first city council with Down syndrome in a city where people with Down syndrome don't have the right to vote. In January 2024, she was elected into Spain's parliament. James Martin won an Oscar in 2023 for his work in An Irish Goodbye. He then returned to his jobs at Starbucks. There are many more in the DS community to keep an eye out for. There are other people you may recognize who have loved ones with Down syndrome. Katerina Scorsone and her daughter Pippa, Jamie Foxx and his sister Deandra, Dwayne Johnson and his friend Milton, Eva Longoria, and sister Lisa. This is Thomas James Dubé. We call him Tommy. He is a miracle. My husband and I were told we would not be able to have babies of our own. We had many people praying for us and we got our daughter, and 2 years later, Tommy came. But that's not the only reason Tommy is a miracle. Here are some biology and math facts. 20% of eggs with an extra chromosome survive the first cell division. Of that 20%, about 20% survive to fertilization. Of that 20%, only 20% actually survive the first cell division following fertilization. And from there, only 20% of pregnancies make it past the first trimester. God wants Tommy in our lives. He has an amazing plan for Tommy's future. Tommy is 3.5 years old. He's working on talking, walking, and being a good friend. He loves to play, dance, and sing. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. We are so blessed to have Tommy in our family. He is a miracle, and hopefully one day soon you will see him around MCS. You may look different than the people around you. We all have different abilities, strengths, and weaknesses. You may have glasses, hearing aids, type 1 diabetes, deal with anxiety or depression. You may have autism, a learning disability, or any other difference. These are characteristics. These things don't define you. It's not a bad thing to be disabled, but it is a bad thing not to see the ability in all people and what they can do. God has made each of us in His image, and He has a plan and purpose for all of us. We need to celebrate our differences and not let them separate us. When you see a person who is different than you around the community, look them in the eye and say hi. Know that they're made just how God wanted them to be. Being different is a great thing to be. The first World Down Syndrome Day was held on March 21st, 2006. The day and the month were chosen specifically to correspond to 3 copies of the 21st chromosome. The theme of wearing odd socks was initiated to raise awareness. The idea was created because chromosomes are shaped like socks, and people with Down syndrome have that extra chromosome. Please join us on March 21st to celebrate our differences by wearing your crazy mismatched socks. We are all different and all made in the image of God.